Well, a massive Samsung Galaxy S26 leak just dropped, and it reveals almost everything about the S26, S26 Plus, and the S26 Ultra. With only a month left in 2025 and the Galaxy S25 family approaching its first birthday, their successors are now just around the corner. And thanks to a new leak from Ice Universe, one of the most accurate Samsung insiders ever, we now have a full breakdown of Samsung's next flagship trio. From displays, cameras, storage changes, battery upgrades, charging speeds, and even chipset variations. Everything is out. So let's jump straight into the biggest Samsung leak of the year. Ice Universe reveals that Samsung is preparing three versions: the regular Galaxy S26, the Galaxy S26 Plus, and the Galaxy S26 Ultra. There's still no update about the rumored Galaxy S26 Edge, but that doesn't eliminate the possibility, especially because last year's S25 Edge was released in May 2025. First off, starting with the vanilla S26, the changes are small but meaningful. The display goes from 6.2-inch FHD Plus to 6.3-inch FHD Plus. Brightness stays the same at 2600 nits, and the adaptive refresh rate remains 120 Hz. The processor gets the biggest change. The S26 may ship with Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5 or Exynos 2600, depending on region. RAM stays at 12 GB, but storage removes the 128 GB variant, leaving only 256 GB and 512 GB options. Camera setup stays identical: 50-megapixel main, 12-megapixel ultra-wide, 10-megapixel telephoto, and 12-megapixel front camera. The battery increases from 4,000 to 4,300 mAh, charging remains at 25 watts, and the weight nudges up slightly from 162 grams to 164 grams. Thickness also changes, going from 7.2 millimeters down to 6.9 millimeters. Next is the S26 Plus, which also keeps almost everything the same except the processor. The display stays at 6.7-inch QHD, 2600 nits brightness, and 120 Hz refresh rate. Again, the biggest upgrade is the chipset: Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5 or Exynos 2600, depending on region. RAM stays 12 GB, storage remains 256 GB and 512 GB, and the full camera setup is unchanged. Battery stays 4,900 mAh with 45 watts charging, and the phone keeps the same 190-gram weight and 7.3 millimeters thickness. Finally, as always, the Ultra gets the most notable improvements. The display remains 6.9-inch QHD, but upgrades from M13 to M14 panel, while brightness stays at 2600 nits and 120 Hz. The processor is upgraded to Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5 with the same RAM options: 12 GB or 16 GB. Storage also remains 256 GB, 512 GB, and 1 TB. Camera changes are subtle but important. 200-megapixel HP2 main stays the same. 50-megapixel ultra-wide stays the same. The 3x telephoto has the biggest change. The sensor goes from 10-megapixel 352-inch to 10-megapixel 394-inch. 5x telephoto stays the same, and front camera remains 12-megapixel. Battery is 5,000 mAh, but charging jumps from 45 watts to 60 watts, which is a clear improvement. Weight drops from 218 grams to 214 grams, and thickness becomes 7.9 millimeters instead of 8.2 millimeters. Ice Universe didn't reveal colors, but Sam Mobile spotted leaked wallpapers posted by Reckless. Samsung often matches wallpapers to device colors, and one of the wallpapers is orange, which supports earlier rumors of an orange S26 Ultra. For the official reveal, there were rumors of a later launch around February 25th, but recent leaks now suggest a return to Samsung's usual January schedule. On X, the One CID claims the S26 was spotted on a testing server running One UI 8.5, reinforcing that a launch is likely just over a month away. So, that's everything revealed in this massive Samsung Galaxy S26 leak: the full specs, chipset plans, camera upgrades, charging changes, and even color hints. As always, these details are leaks, but Ice Universe has a strong track record, which makes this one the most trustworthy previews yet. If you want more breakdowns of the S26 series as soon as new leaks drop, make sure to like the video, share, and subscribe. Till then, thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Peace out.